Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Peter and Gina.
I am Peter, I am Gina. Call me anyone.
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is the Peter's family.
Yeah.
Okay, so nice to have you back again. Do not forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and keep watching.
Yeah, and also give us a thumbs up. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about something very special, and it has to do with love languages. How to speak your partner's love language, the actions you need to take, what you need to do. I guess you will know the love languages first. This is like a foundation. Now you can't go into something that you don't understand the language this person speaks. Just like my wife here, if she speaks French and I speak Spanish, so imagine two of us getting married and I don't understand the language she speaks.
Oh, I don't understand the language.
Yes, you get. So when we're in the house, how do we communicate?
I would say chon.
I mean, I don't watch So understanding your partner's language, it's very, very important, and it applies to both the male and the female. It's very key and very important to God. That's why even the Bible, the book of Genesis chapter 11 verse 6, and that's when I was talking about the story of the Tower of Babel. Language was a very key factor there for them to make progress and for them to build the tower they wanted to build. So when God came down to look at them, verse 6 precisely, now I was saying that these people are one, for they speak the same language. And because they speak the same language, whatever they want to achieve, they're actually going to achieve it. So language is very key, and language is very, very important. So like I said, in this aspect now, we're talking about love. Love is important, and love is paramount in every relationship. But the thing is, love has a language. Love has a language. So love language has been broken down into 5 different parts. And so we're going to be listing them out and then just expand on them.
We have word of affirmation.
Yeah, word of affirmation. We'll have
physical touch. Touch.
I like the way you touching me. It's doing me tolo.
We have physical touch. We have receiving gifts, giving out gifts, and we have quality time, and we also have my love language, act of service. We mentioned all 5.
Yeah.
Physical touch, quality time, word of affirmation, gift, and act of service. Yeah. So we have 5 love languages.
Okay. Fine. You can actually say it out. I wanted to say why you say your love language here, but anybody that try act of service now, I'm not just going to be the one that will benefit from it. You can't get any more. I'm easy to get her, so that's just it. So these are the 5 types of love language. So we're gonna start with the first one. Like we said, when you meet a person and you know that this person, you want to spend the rest of your life with the person, okay, the first thing you need to do is to understand the person's love language. Every human being on earth, whether a man or a woman, has a love language. So what's the love language of that person? What makes that person happy? Anytime you do that thing, the person is always happy. The person is always smiling, like, wow, you did this for me, like, you get. So if you check your partner's life, these 5 types of mention, he or she falls. It can be 2, it can be, are there people that have 3?
You can, but then there's always that particular one that it gets to
the person, So you can always.
And then you have to speak your partner's love language. A lot of people are not speaking their partner's love language. They are rather speaking their own love language. Like maybe your partner's love language is quality time, and your own love language is gifts. So you keep buying your partner a gift, but you're not spending quality time with your partner. So your partner is not feeling the love. So you need to understand your partner's love language, and be able to speak your partner's love language. And also you can also tell your partner that, okay, this is the way I love her, I like this, I like that, and then your partner also speaks your own language.
Yeah, so I feel before we even start mentioning them and maybe talking about them, I feel some persons would be like, okay, how do I know my partner's love language?
So we'll talk about how to know your partner's love language first before we move over to how to speak your partner's love language. So in how to know your partner's love language, one of the ways to know your partner's love language is by just asking them. Life is actually that simple. Just walk up to them and ask them, babe, what's your love language? And if they don't know, you can explain the 5 love language to them, or you give them this video, give them the link of this video to watch, and to they understand what love language is. We'll also go down in this video and break it much more better.
Find the different love language to them and see the one they respond to more, like the one they respond to the most. Okay, for example, now I want to surprise my wife with a gift. Okay, I get a gift, put it in a bag or something, but there's a way you do something to someone and you see that the person responds actively to it. And your partner is the kind of person that when you get gift for him or her, the person is always excited, the person is always talking about the gift and the rest, no matter how little it is. That's for a partner that does not know his or her love language. No matter how little that gift is, but you get that thing for the person, and the person is always excited and get. And then some other people, when you do things for them, no matter how small it is, or they are happy, they just want to be all over you.
Like me.
No matter how small, but let me assist you now. No, don't worry, I'll help you out. They are just always excited about it, and they just you will see it like it's not something that is hidden. You will see it. Yeah, you will see it. Just
be observant.
Just be observant, and you can just try out the 5 of them. You don't need to tell the person that I'm trying to get your love language. Now that's after you have asked the person, because the best way to know
is just to go straight up and ask.
Yeah, and you can't know my love language better than me, because I know because sometimes happiness can be faked. You can get something for somebody, the person might not be happy with it, but the person will just show you excitement. I'll just say, my partner is happy about this, and then you keep getting this, but you discover that that's not it.
And assumption is very wrong. So people just assume that, okay, there's this assumption that all Nigerian girls like money. So all Nigerian girls, their love language is money. Well, there's nobody that actually doesn't like money, but then that may not necessarily be that person's love language. Honestly, I don't really even fancy money.
Yeah, she's not a money person.
Like, even when he gives me money, I'm like, we can save this money. Like, I'm not money and everything, but you see, act of service for me, it's really like I was so excited. My friend, I'm telling my friend that, see what he did for me. He did this, he cooked, he did that, those kind of things. So act of service is it for me. And I also want to know one of my female friends also. I love language is quality time. When she's complaining about anything, about maybe what's happening in her own relationship, it's usually about that the guy is just work 247. Like, so she doesn't complain money, she doesn't complain gifts. In fact, Valentine, they scatter each other with gifts to get. So it's never about money. The way people stigmatize it, especially on social media, Instagram. They be like, Nigerian girls, their love language is just money. No, some people's own is not just money. That's why I say do not follow. I don't know how to say it now.
Do not follow what people say.
Yeah, don't just assume. Don't just follow the general notion that it's money. Mm-mm. So you can speak the same love language.
And I still feel for the guys, there's a popular saying that says a way to a man's heart is his stomach. Well, for some people it's not like that. You get for someone like me now, you can't use food to get to. No matter how sweet or something the food is, like you can't. It's not the way. It's not like it's just a general statement. All men like food. There are some girls that like food more than the guys.
If you want to come for me, come for me directly.
There are some girls that like
food. Why are you coming through the corner?
Yeah. So, okay, for example, since you brought it up here, no problem. For the two of us now, if you want to establish that statement, you want to bring the fact out of it, that the way to a man's heart is his stomach. For two of us is false, because the way to my heart is not my stomach. The way to her heart is her stomach.
It's a
So she's food receptive, and I'm not that
Yeah,
kind of
it's not
person.
food
Yeah, I'm not a foodie kind
yeah.
of. So no matter how
I
we
accept all
talk,
my
like,
food shares. I'm a
so
foodie. I accept
yeah, those
it.
are just general terminologies most times that people just take, and But if you are doing well, you give your man good food and the rest. They will definitely, men will appreciate good food. We appreciate food a lot. Like, it's there, it's
But
a
that may
nature,
not
but that may
necessarily
not
be
be a love
the
language
love
per se.
language per
That I want to get
se.
my husband now, go and cook his favorite food and the rest. Yeah, it can be more than that.
It can be more than that, actually.
Yeah, it can be more.
About how to know your partner's love language. Now we're going to talk about how to speak your partner's love language. We're going to talk about what's the first love language, which is word of affirmation. Word of affirmation. What are the things, how to communicate now, what are the things to say to this person. For word of affirmation, you tell the person all the time, you affirm the person. Like if you don't say, I give you assurance. So you keep on assuring the person, you keep on telling the person how you love the person, how the person looks good. You notice the person. Oh, you made a new hair, this new, it's so beautiful. Oh, I love this lip gloss on you, I love this lipstick on you and everything. You know, you got a promotion. Wow, you're so amazing, you're so smart, you're so intelligent, and all of all those stuff. So that's how to communicate to somebody. That person's love language is word of affirmation. Okay, so you keep on appreciating the person, you keep on affirming the person, and things not to do with somebody that his or her love language is word of affirmation is: do not be a critic, do not be a we are not even trying safe. So don't do all this kind of communication, don't do all those kind of comparison and the rest. That just kills the person when you compare, when you criticize, when and all those stuff. So just don't do that when that is the person's love language. Don't come and say, this your dress is not looking fine, this dress does not fit you, all those kind of thing. So people that their love language is word of affirmation, they just want to hear the I love you all the time. They want to, just express your feeling to them. So don't be the kind of person that say, man, I don't like to express my feeling, and your partner's love language is word of affirmation. So the partner will not get the vibe from you, that she will not feel love from you, because that's her own love language. She wants to hear it. Why there are some persons that don't really care if their love language is not word of affirmation. So whether you tell them, oh my god, you are the most beautiful person on planet Earth, or you are the most this or the that or whatever, they don't really care. Okay, so that's why it's good to understand your partner's love language. Word of affirmation, the actions to take is text the person, random text message. She can be in the office, he can be in the office. Just say, thank you so much for the meal today, I love you so much, you look so beautiful this morning. Just text the person, drop love notes everywhere in the house, or when people are not married yet, drop love notes in his wallet, in her bag, and all of those stuff. So that's it.
Okay, so just to quickly add to what she has said before we move to the next love language. Okay, for those that might feeling okay, for someone that loves word of affirmation, how how do you correct such kind of person? Probably you notice something that the person did not do nice, and you know that there's a way you say to the person that, because that's a love language. Anything that has to do with negativity is totally off. There are ways to do things. Okay, there are ways to do things. Now, it can be when you are eating and when you take the person out, or probably the person made a new hair, and the honest truth is the hair was totally off. That hair did not fit that person at all. How do you tell the person that this hair no fit you, because
You don't follow.
you don't follow at all? I mean, like, not even that particular time that she's carrying it, or maybe after she has made a new hair, you say, maybe this hair is fine. Just I was, trying to tell you that the last hair you made, I don't think it actually looked good on you. I think those set of people, it's better off you tell them something that is not good after a period of time, so you don't take it the other way. Just like seeing your wife now making a new hair, or seeing your partner making a new hair, but in your mind you know that this hair does not fit the person. Not just there. This your hair not fine at all.
Just be calculative of the timing. Like, I can't come back home. Like, when I made this style, it was really painful. So if that's the match is no fine, then I'm going through the pain already, and then First you're telling me it's not even fine.
It's not even fine. Who made this for you? How much did you pay for them? Right? It's going to be somehow.
It's just the timing.
Yeah. So touch. Somebody say physical touch.
Physical touch. I touch you, you touch me, we touch each other.
Okay, so there are some people that actually love physical touch. When I say physical touch, not like just touching somebody's body, right? Persons are like PDA, public display of affection. Okay, it might be that anytime people are together, she likes you holding her hands, she likes you holding her waist, or she likes you just putting your hands around her shoulders. Those are part of it. And then for your wife, for those that are married, your wife just like when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do, you kiss her forehead, or maybe before you go to sleep, you cuddle her, just hold your hands, and I just I don't know. Let me use a pidgin word for it. They like on body, they like their body to be touching your body. Something like that. There's some people that are just like that. So you don't get to you always
holding hands
and the rest. So just try to play along, because that's how they feel love. Everybody has the way they feel love. That's how they feel love. So if your partner likes kisses, your wife likes kisses, always make sure you do it. Anytime you see her, just give her a kiss, or you always steal a kiss from her, anyone. So you just do that. And if the person likes hugs, anytime you see the person, give the person a hug. Just hug the person, I love you. And it will go a long way. It can be heartwarming, it can be relaxing, because that's their love language. That's what makes them smile. All the hormones in their body system is responding to it. So that is what physical touch is all about. So it can come in different form. So if your partner tells you that my love language is physical touch, like for we the guys now, if your partner's language is physical touch, my brother, you should be happy. Because yes, you should be happy. You touch her hand now, she's happy. You hold her like this, she's happy. She's happy. So, and it's actually to your advantage, because it's physical touch. You know what I mean?
Another love language is receiving gifts. So if your partner's love language is receiving gifts, you have to give your partner a gift. You have to. So how to communicate with your partner is just give gift to that person. Random gift. It doesn't necessarily have to be about a specific occasion or something. Person can just wake up in the morning and the person sees a neckchain with a note on it by the bedside, Person can be at work in the office, and then thank God there's logistic riders, all the delivery riders these days. You send a delivery person to go and deliver something to the person, okay? You see, just observe, you see that your partner is always liking shoes on Instagram, always liking glasses on Instagram, so whatsoever, or commenting, just order for the person and just get it delivered to your partner, and give your partner in a very nice and romantic way. So not just mama this or auntie take.
Just come, I like take sweetie I buy for you.
Sweetie I buy for you. Hey, that time you say I'm not buy anything for you. Those kind of things. So give the person in a really nice and romantic way also. So if your partner's love language is receiving gifts, things not to do is do not forget special occasion. Special occasion, you must give gifts. Okay, this is like, don't even try not to give them gifts on special occasion. Randomly, you give them gifts. Then on special occasion, make sure you also give them gifts also. Because
special occasions
like birthdays, anniversaries, Valentine's Day, Christmas, there are plenty special occasions. Okay, Mother's Day and all of those stuff. Just give them gifts. Okay, one of my friends, that was one of the issues she had with somebody, a partner, because the partner did not give her gifts, and that's her love language. I'm sure the partner must have told her, "Oh, I love you so much, you are the best, I love you." Fine, but then after the "I love you" and everything, her love language is receiving gifts. So she did not feel love because at that moment she did not feel the love because there was no gift. So giving gifts is really important.
Language is quality time. Okay, not just spending time. quality time. So if your partner's love language is having quality time with you, I'm not talking about just talking to the person from a distance. I mean your physical presence now, like you being there in person, and your partner appreciates that a lot. Then you have to create time for your partner. Like you have to create time for your partner. You have to be very, very intentional about it. You have to be very intentional about it. Special moments with your partner. There are sometimes that you can just decide that okay, today I'm not going anywhere, I'm not doing anything, I'm turning off my phones just to be with you. Just switch off your phone just to be with you.
Weekend getaway.
Yeah, you can do weekend getaway. You can just take a long stroll. You guys are just talking and
walk around your estate,
just gisting and just creating moments and creating memories. Okay, it can be in your house. You can even just travel out of your state. You can go to another city, go and just stay a weekend there, and just make that person understand that this time is specially for you. Not when you're with your partner, if you're having a conversation, you know that your partner's love language is quality time, and then you are doing other things with your phone. The person is talking to you like, no, baby, I'm listening to you, and you're doing other things with your phone. Pressing laptop, and all those things. You have to shut down and keep all those things aside. You give the person full attention, make the person understand that you are my priority at this point, at this time. You're always my priority, but I'm dedicating this time to you. And if you have children, you have kids around, you can just give them to the maid and just tell them,
not maid, please, your mother.
No, when I mean they're staying in the same house now, not outside the house. Yeah. Every time you give them to your mother, they just tell them, baby, or if you're not up to age, you have to be with the maid for now. I want to spend time with mommy. Just give them that special time. Make them understand that you're actually intentional about it. You are doing it just for them. Okay, so it goes a long way. And things you try to avoid doing when your partner's love language is quality. When you spend quality time with someone, you won't get to notice and discover a lot of things. Like the bond naturally increases. Okay, just like as Christians too, as believers, when you spend quality time in the presence of God, like when you come out a different person. The same thing applies when you spend quality time with your partner. Your love becomes stronger and the bond increases between the two of you. So that's just it. So if you have noticed that your partner's love language is spending quality time, then give them that time.
Give them that quality time.
Yeah, whether the person is male or female, just give them that quality time.
Because no matter what, the thing is, no matter what, if the person's love language is that, if you like, do the other ones. If you are not giving them that particular quality time, so then they will still be telling you like, I'm not feeling this relationship.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling. But
I give you everything now. I give you money.
Yeah.
You don't lack anything. So what do you want me to
I
keep
just
myself?
Make breakfast for you.
Yeah, you want me to keep myself and give to you.
But then, no matter what you are doing for him or her, because you are not speaking the person's love language, it's just, I'm not feeling this relationship. I'm not feeling this vibe in this relationship, and the rest. So that is why it's very, very important. It's very, very key to understand your partner's love language. Then the last but not the least is acts of service. Acts of service. I like this one because it's what is actually my love language. This applies to me. Okay, so acts of service is just some of the things you say when you know that your partner's love language is acts of service is, I will do this for you, I will assist you with this, I will help you do this, I will get this for you. It's kind of just, those are some of the things you say that just makes the person happy and smile. So some of the actions you can do, it can just be as little as doing their breakfast for them. Breakfast on hand.
I must start with breakfast.
I like food. I accept it. I like food. Okay, so you can do breakfast for them. You can even do chores like some things are just like so cute.
Or if
like
you want to go get something, or they are telling you, okay, these are my plans. Maybe people are starting the morning together, and probably you're talking about the itinerary for the day, and she's telling you, these are my plans for the day.
Plans. You can say, I will handle this.
Don't worry, I'll help you handle this. I'll help you handle that. You know.
Okay, and it's really, really, really cute. Like one seasons that I did. Okay, so one day I came back from work, and then my husband already prepared 3 different soups. Like, and then when he does some of what this thing, we'll not write later and hang it to our kitchen. This thing, you have this cover, so you just use peg and hang the letter to it and everything. You just sometimes people wake up at night, like evening, night, to cook this food and everything. So that just gets to be, everything. So it's not just necessarily like food. There are a lot of acts of service you can carry out. Okay, like you said, what's the person's? It may even be like business wise, like, okay, my business has some of the things I want to put in place. Okay, babe, I will help you do this, I'll help you do that. Okay, act of service really is very important. It's not it's my love language, that's why it's very important to me. Okay, so act of service is actually very important to somebody that is our love language, is also act of service. Okay, so things you should not do not neglect this person. Not neglect, like, do not just allow the person carry everything all by itself or by herself. Be always there to give a helping hand in everything, no matter how small, how little, and the rest. Just be always there to give a helping hand. Okay.
So I won't be as little as helping her carrying her bag when people are going out. Let me hold your bags for you.
Act of service, open the door,
open the car door.
Those are just acts of service. Okay, so that is it for acts of service. So this is it for how to communicate your partner's love language. So we've spoken about the different love language, how to communicate, actions to also take. Also, so first thing first is know your partner's love language. Like we said, the easiest way to know your partner's love language is go straight to them and tell them what is your love language. That's the first thing. Once they explain to you or you observe it by yourself, okay, that's fine. The next thing is, these are the steps, these are the various love languages, these are the actions to take. Start taking those actions, because like my husband said earlier on, you people have to be speaking the same language. Speaking the same language is very key, it's very important, because if your partner's love language is act of service or quality time, and you are doing another thing for them. Another thing people do, babe, is people want to do their own love language for their partner. Like my love language now is act of service, and then his own is not act of service. So if I'm doing act of service for him, meanwhile that's not his love language, he will not even be feeling it safe. Do you understand? Because he personally even likes to do his own thing himself. Me, I really like people to do my thing for me safe. So he likes to do his thing himself. So to me now I'm doing it, and when you come back from work, most times I will now carry his leg and be pulling his shoe.
All those things are,
it's always the same thing. No.
I don't.
It's always. But I like it. That's my own love language. So when I'm doing it for him, it does not feel it. It's always like
to me, to somebody else, they say, this woman like you. This woman love you very well. See what she's, she wants to remove my shoe. She wants
I will massage the leg.
If you see who I used to look at her like, what's wrong with this one? I don't, let's say, who said you walk? Let's say you. So there are some other things that get to me that she does separately. But that one that's our own love language. So to me
so don't speak your own love language to the person. Like, speak your partner's love language. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I wouldn't be, my own love language is act of service. So me trying to help my husband do this and do that, he doesn't like it. He doesn't even like me bringing out this, like, what he will wear. He likes to go and bring out. Me, I will tell him, baby, bring out what I will wear now, all those kind of things. I like all those kind of things. But if I now can bring out clothes, you will.
Like, what is wrong with you?
Why are you bringing out what I want to wear? And the rest, if it's been like probably do that when it's pulling my shoes, massage, I would love it. What's my dad with that? But when I'm doing it to him, he will just like, what is this now? Why are you stressing yourself now? And the rest. So in all of this, what we're trying to say is speak your partner's love language.
Yeah, it's very, very important. So, like we saw in the scripture how we started Genesis 11. If you want to understand that scripture very well, you read from verse 1 to 9. But we read verse 6 precisely. We didn't read the Job, we just said verse 6 precisely. When God saw that these people were speaking one language and there's nothing that they want to do that will stop them. So, if you really want your relationship to progress, if you want your relationship to move forward, like to keep moving, okay, one of the things you have to understand is your partner's love language. Even though you are 20 years in marriage and you don't understand your partner's love language, the thing is your partner will never feel love.
Yeah.
Your partner will never feel love because that is that thing in them. Everybody has it. Everybody has it. If you are seated and feel I don't have a love language, it's because you have not seen someone that has done that thing for you before. That's why. But every human being has a long language. Whether you're a man or you're a woman, you have a long language. So you can help your partner also to find out for yourself. Like I said, your partner is not inside of you. So no matter if he or she does that thing, you will know that this person is making my husband happy. But you yourself, you know inside of you that this thing is making me happy. So why don't you tell this person, I love this thing you are doing? Like keep doing it. Yeah. So keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
Just like China, original love language is act of service, and then I'm not wanting to do this. In fact, that's part of the thing I even use even before we got married. Okay, that's part of the things I use to defeat all my opponents. I use act of service to defeat them. I flood all of them. There was one time that came with scar to want to show off. This one, I use act of service to. If she was one that just talked to herself, man, this guy is just the best in act of service.
Oh my God.
And so that was just it. I understood a lot of language, even when. So if you are not married now, like there's a girl you are eyeing, and you know that this person you want to spend the rest of your life with this person, I'm giving you expo now. Find out a love language and just find out a love language. Keep doing it. That thing is making just keep doing it.
Keep doing it. So
just keep doing it. Even though she was happy, I'm still thinking about it. To shock you that if you're going to take her like 3 months to tell you yes, in 1 month she's going to tell you yes. In 1 month. Okay, so that's
it, guys. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope this video, is helpful to you. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share this video, comment, what you think, and see you in our next video.
Yeah, see you in our next video.
Bye.